You want answers?
What's that going to set up?
We've got to go to work.
It's the Strat Attack Show. But we're always wondering what the next two is.
Holy shnikes, it worked.
That's something I want to know about.
What's your name, scumbag?
Strat Attack Show.
We're on a mission from God.
Here's Rob Smith.
Hello, I'm Rob Smith. Smith in the Black, and it's Tuesday. It's the Strat Attack Show. We're getting the urban assault vehicle and see what's going on. So, let's take a look. See here, Spy. Still an inside month, but getting closer to it. But also running out a month. But still, remember, these are outside bars. All these guys are outside bars. These four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, and we're back into all that kind of stuff. So, it could get interesting here, even if we don't take this month. But if we go out near the highs, you're still dealing with all these threes and can come back through. So if we go to the weekly, here remember last week's 2-2 reversal, right? 2 down here and then 2 up, right? We knew about that. So one of the important things that I was talking about too is like last week, we also had the Fed, right? And so when the Fed minutes came out, that was a continuity level I want to know about. I talked about that in the Strat time report. If we go back to the 60, down into here, right? We got this Fed cracking right here is where that news came out. But that's a continuity level. It's a new event continuity because now we have new news, right? Even though it was expected. But anytime we were above that, you can see this inside 60, all right? And that also, they can trigger that inside week, that 2-2 week. And if that works, we're going to take these guys out here, right? 441.11, and I talked about that. So the good thing is, this breakdown here was at 432.30, right? So once you got that inside 60 down in here, right? 436.53. Then because we know magnitude, one of the things you can do is you can roll into the upper strike here up the 441s. Even if you didn't do that until Friday, those things had like a low of 47 cents and a high of like 470, whatever, just on that day. But if you caught it in here, anywhere in here, like on that continuity, and had like $10 going, you're like, all right, well, I might not hold that, but I can roll it into real cheap stuff up here because we know where our magnitude is. So I always want to be aware of that. So, Spy, one of the reasons we do Strat Attack on Tuesday is I want to see what they do on Monday. They bought. Not really aggressively, but they did. It was a 2 up. Do they come back or do they reverse? They came back. All right, bought. That's 2 days in a row we're going up. If you're going to go up 5 days in a row, you got to go up two first to start off the week. So for the most part, things looking to the upside because that's what the market's doing. If you go to Tesla's, big day for Tesla, and we knew about that because I've been watching this all month. The outside month. The poke down hammer 322 reversal over 947.77. Fortunately, it broke and then came back down. And on the Strat time report today, I was able to talk about it again when it was below that level. And then boom, $50 in 3 hours. So we'll see if that continues. That's still good for the rest of the month. And then on a monthly basis, if we don't reverse, we're going to go take this out. $1,208. So that's still a nice move here when people think, oh, that can't keep happening. And it might not be a straight shot. We've already had a real nice run here off of this stuff down into here, the 2-2 reversal day, and then boom, 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 right? But we're going to be aware of that, and that's a lot of people don't look at monthly charts. You got to do that. All right. If we go to Splunk, look at this. This is what they say triangle layout. You can see all this in here. Higher high and lower lows on the daily. And that's like when you see like a choppy range like in here. And as it gets bigger, you want to know about that. Oh, the real move is going to be up. Nope. Real move is going to be down. 2-2 reversal. Boom. Real move to the upside. And on a monthly basis, gives you this. Gives you the outside month. And you're back into this outside month. Right? That's another broadening formation. That's important to know. Because on the weekly, you got this. Ref Strat. 1, 2, and off she goes. You got a gap up into here. We'll see how that continues. Like I said, a lot of these things have already had nice runs. like so. So we'll have to see when they do finally consolidate, or if they can really just keep raging the way they have, or if it's just, another triangle they out, and then you get another 2-2 and come back through here. We'll be aware of that. If you go to SQ had a little inside day and up, hits this magnitude up in here, and then just kind of backs off. But what that did do also was give a monthly signal here, a hammer, 2 down, 2 up. So for the rest of the month here, over 131.95, and handily there. So $10 over that. That's nice too. If you go to Coop, and Coop, remember all this business in here, and then came it all the way down, stops them all out, big broadening formation. And now I want to see how this ends the month, because it's getting closer to hammering up. And this week gets an extra push with a 2-2 reversal hammer, and you can see all this range that it's got to come back through here, and that's over 101.44. Like, you can see some nice moves on the way down. Wait for them to triangulate out. 2 down, 2 up, 2 down reversal here, and then tried to hammer, and then the shooter counters hammered, boom, and down into the lows. But now you're a hammer back to the upside for the week. Coop. If we go to the CrowdStrike just continuing on that weekly, but on the monthly has this. It's still the inside month hammer to the upside. That's still good. And we know it's been higher, right? This is an old 3. You're back into that. So CrowdStrike. We go to the memers. GameStock, setting up the Strat month. And here, if you go to the week, here, slight higher high, slight lower low, hammer reversal, 2 down, 2 up. And that tells us to look at AMC. That's also a 2-2 reversal on the week, right? Setting up the potential Strat month. Here, 1, 2 down. So we'll see. We still got some time on that, and we can go down the food chain there in the memes. KOSS, still alive, and there's your 3-2 weaker. So you can watch all those memes. Bloodbath and Beyond also goes 2 down, 2 up on the week. So we'll see if that meme rally can hold or not. If we go down to Riven. And Riven, we know Riven's been beaten pretty hard. And it is still the inside month to the downside, but you go into lower lows, and that's exhaustion risk. So the question is these sellers still here? Do they blow everybody out? So if they did blow everybody out, it would look like this. The 2 down, 2 up week. I want to see if that kicks in at all. Riven over 45.70. You're there right now. If we go to RBLX, Roblox, we know how this thing's gotten crushed. And now it was an outside week last week, so if you can get above that and stay above this, 50.24, you're just barely there right now. Because once again, we want to see what things start setting up coming into the end of the month, and you potentially get a hammer back up after this beautiful, gorgeous 212 monthly puker. So we'll see if that sets up. You can watch that weekly first and see how that's going to set up. If we go to Docu, and Docu also potentially hammer. It's got some distance on this, though, and we know this thing's been really beaten down. But if you go to your weekly, you do have the inside week back to the upside, 212. That's going to be good over this. 96.97. So you're there, and you got all this range to come back through, and that's what we like. And to be short, it's going to be short ones against this stuff, right? If we're going to turn that stuff around on them. If you go to RTX, just a nice 2-2 reversal hammer, and potentially sets up the Momo hammer on the month here, still skirting the highs. So we can keep an eye on that here this week above this. 98.28. Because once again, just like the SPY and many things, what we saw is they came in and bought on Monday, and they came in and they bought again on Tuesday. And that's something I'm paying attention to. If we go to Adobe, and Adobe, here you can see the lower low triangulate out, right? And then right back up, so you got some more highs in here to go after. If you go to the month, potentially setting up that monthly hammer, and that would get my attention faux show after this beautiful 2-2 reversal off the highs. Bam, see ya. And if we go to the weekly, here you got the 2 down by taking out the lows, 2-2 reversal coming back through this range on Adobe. So we just want to stay above this here, 453.74. If we go to Chewy coming out of the ashes, and Chewy also here potentially setting up the monthly hammer, This thing's been pounded as well ever since the beautiful T2 monthly reversal here, as well as here, 2 up, 2 down. So we'll see if that holds. And on the week, you do have this, the 2 down, 2 up on the week, so long as it can stay above this, 44.52. If we go to ANET, and ANET, one of the things you're going to look for here on the monthly, that reversal. 2 down, 2 up on the month now, above 133.87, you're there now. If you go to DAR, Darling Ingredients, and Darling Ingredients on the month coming back through this 3. This is an old broadening formation, all right? And so here's your 3-2. Now it's continuing off the weekly Rev Strat. 1, 2, boom, off she goes. Hits this magnitude, but like I said, it's like we're coming up on that month. We'll see if how that goes with that. If we go to FTNT, more cyber stuff. 2 down, 2 up on the week here, above 321.16. All right, so on that month, had an inside month, now an outside month. So both these two are still stuck in this thing, so we'll be aware of that. But you do have that weekly work. And if you go to W, and W's still pretty tight inside month, so we might get our inside month out of this thing. But with things heating up a little bit, you can keep an eye on it because it's coming back through here on a T2 weekly reversal above this. 126.62. You're there right now. If you go to AOSL, and hitting some magnitude here, but just a good example, once again, the 3-1-2. All right, and that's what we're looking for. They're willing to pay up and sell down. Then they met as an inside bar. Whenever that happens, we're looking to either take that out or that out. Looks like we got it. What's that? 64. What's the high? 63.99. We still got a penny to go, so not a lot of room on that, but sometimes they keep going. If we go to AVLR, and AVLR also setting up potentially monthly hammer after the slate higher high up into here, bigger broadening formation. You go to the weekly, you got this. The 2 down, the 2 up, and coming back to the previous range. So we'll pay attention here over 92.97. Now, because we have had 2 up days to start the week, we'd have almost nothing triggering to the downside. So that's so far plus for the market, but that's why we're watching day to day to see if the rally continues or what things look like when you have a reversal. Because we don't have that like on the Daily Spy or anything like that because we're 2 days in a row up. But once we do, we'll have some more information. Just like this morning when you get them FOMO rally going, and the market just takes off like this and everybody gets the FOMO, right? But once you get just a little corrective activity like into here, you can see who they really want to keep eyeing, right? And that's where I call a lot of people off. I'm like, don't get the FOMO in here. Once they give a little corrective activity, then we can see who stays strong, right, during this, right, and who really weakens during this, right? So we gain a lot more information as the day goes on. So don't get the FOMO, just use it the way I'm showing you. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, Mr. Black, Strat Attack Show.
You've been listening to the Strat Attack Show.
It's over.
That looks like I'm running out of time again.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
And now for something completely different.
Yeah. Did you get that memo?
Go to Billy Baroo.
Billy.
Here's where they're buying.
Oh, behave.
Here's where they're selling.
Oh, righty.
I'd keep an eye on this. Is that a problem? It is.
You just don't turn it off.
I'm Rob Smith.
I hate Illinois Nazis.
I'm Smith in the Black with the Strat Attack.